I know.
Couple of things. Yes, begin the rant. Um,
See, it's not just me. He likes to rant.
I'm going to open this piece up with something I read in the news today. The rant is not about that, the possible rant. But my beloved Cracker Barrel, the place in my heart.
Starting the timer.
That there's a tip jar right there, Nicole. Tip jar's right there.
And there's Shannon. Here it comes.
Cracker Barrel has always been my, for lack of a better term, a safe space that I love to visit. Takes me and I can just chill, and it just makes me relaxed, and it brings joy to my life.
And what did they do?
I'm going to reserve judgment. This is not the rant.
Oh, okay.
I'm reserving judgment. They've changed the logo. They removed the old man in the barrel. What did he ever do to anybody, by the way?
Maybe he passed away.
And they have removed all the kitschy stuff. Okay?
Oh.
From what I'm seeing. So
is it like the one by your sister?
No, it's a whole different thing.
Oh.
So we'll see. And I gotta say, I know they needed some refreshing.
But it needed to be,
and they've got some new menu items that I think they've done a pretty good job with.
Eve said it for you.
The logo sucks. Yes, it does.
It needs to feel like kitschy.
And I understand the need to go after new diners. I understand that. But when if you alienate your existing diners, you're screwed, because they're what's keeping you pumped up right now.
Yeah. So they removed the random stuff, right? That's what I loved about it.
The kitschiness, right? So the fireplace, I assume the fireplace is still there.
Oh, if it's not, then I'm never going in the winter.
Out. That's not the rant, but that's in the vein of disappointment.
He's queuing up for the disappointment.
If you saw my William Black Facebook post the other day, and I had been mentioning that, not growing up, I guess, but when we lived in Florida and my mom lived in North Carolina for a little while when she was retired, they had the Bojangles. And Bojangles was a biscuit and chicken, biscuits and gravy, biscuit and egg, and hash brown place with sweet iced tea.
If you're from the South,
Southern drive-through fast food restaurant that had really good food and basically pretty well made.
If you were from the South, you know Bojangles.
Just like they've done with Krispy Kreme, just like they did with Del Taco, just like they're doing with In-N-Out Burger, they've said, you know what? We need to expand. Mm-hmm. We need to grow. And I'm wholehearted with that. And Krispy Kreme did it horribly because they went too fast.
They went way too fast.
Del Taco screwed themselves.
3 times.
There's none here in Texas.
Yeah.
But Bojangles seems
and my beloved Wiener Schnitzel.
Bojangles.
My beloved Wiener Schnitzel
seems to be going at a slower pace, and I agree with that. We had one open about 3 miles from our house, just down from the gym, so that's not good. But it's halfway between the gym and Sam's. So
well, hold on.
That's my approved route to drive, by the way.
Well, no. The other one, it's close to the post office, which you also go to relatively frequently. So the other day he went to the post office and he was like, I'm just going to take another right turn or two and go that way.
And I told you guys I was going to try the Bojangles out. I went.
You know what? Hang on. Yes, Jan. Yes, that is 100%.
Jan, that's exactly what it is. And you know what? I understand it. You got to make money. I understand.
You do, but you have to care what your customers think.
I've not seen anyone do it well. In-N-Out Burger is about the only one. In-N-Out Burger, and they're not public, by the way.
No, I know.
They're private.
That makes a difference.
They keep high service, high quality, and
it's not my personal favorite, but I know you love it.
But I love it. Anyway, so I went to Bojangles. This is what I ordered. Okay? And this is the picture I put on Facebook. I went in, let's just put it this way. I went in about like 10:45.
Yeah.
Not quite lunchtime.
They
were dead.
Weekend?
There was no one there. This place has only been open for 3 months, 2 months. So thankfully you can get a lot of this stuff all day long. So I said, you know what? I would love a biscuit and gravy. I would love a chicken biscuit, and I would love a mess of bow rounds.
He loves him a best of bow rounds.
And the bow rounds are their hash browns folded into or molded into like a round, thick, girthy hash brown. And I got a half and half iced tea because my days of fully loaded iced tea are over. Okay. So
which is half sweet, half unsweet.
So there must have been 8 people between the register and working in the kitchen, and it still took them 10 minutes to get my food. That's okay. As long as it's good food, I'm fine with that. But they're hooping, they're hollering at each other, they're doing all this, which is fine. Have a good time. I would maintain a more professional group, but that's okay. Got my food, went and sat down. Very clean restaurant, very brand new restaurant, as I would expect.
Is that where the Boston Market used to be?
Yes, where the Boston Market used to be.
Yeah.
And I sat down and I did a little sigh, and I said, you know what? This looks suspicious. And I took my picture because I knew I was going to talk about this. And I started with my biscuits and gravy. Now, let me just say this.
As he's texting me the whole time, by the way.
The biscuit was one of the most flaky, buttery things I've ever put in my mouth. The biscuits were spot on. And I'm sorry, I expected that to be.
Yes.
I expect that to be. But you know what? The biscuit was incredible. What is this thin ass au jus they put on my biscuit? It's an au jus. It was the thinnest.
And look at the lack of sausage.
It was the thinnest country cream gravy I have ever seen in my life. Yes, it had some chunks of sausage, which were tasteless. The gravy was not seasoned whatsoever. It was almost like a thin paste that was put on there. It was an au jus, is what it was. It was so watery and so thin.
Yeah, you're right, Jan.
So disappointed. And they were so careful about how much to put on there. I could see them in the back doing
measuring.
But I'm sorry, there's a way to make great. These are basics. These are fundamentals.
If you are a Southern restaurant, you should be able to make some dang
trying to get a toehold into the Texas market, you better be damn good.
That's it exactly.
Yes, exactly.
Looks like cream and mushroom soup on the biscuit there.
So I ate it because I paid for it. It was thoroughly average. The only thing that saved it was the quality of the biscuit. The gravy was sad, and Bojangles, you can do so much better. You want to toehold into the Texas market? Improve. Okay.
But the bow rounds were good, you said.
I'm getting there.
Oh, okay.
Timer's still going.
Okay, well, hang on, because Eve had a anecdotal. Bojangles near her house closed down. Nothing but teenagers working and goofing off.
Eve, I'll say they were polite to me, but there was no discipline in the kitchen.
Yeah.
It was, to me, I don't know. Maybe I'm old fashioned, but I expect the customer to hear some quiet.
Yeah.
In the restaurant, and not my employees being the loudest,
yelling at each other. Okay. And Jan has a good question.
We'll get to that, Jan.
Okay.
That was a surprise.
But I love this phrasing. What did they charge for this tray of disappointment?
So then I go to the chicken biscuit. The chicken biscuit, I remember having chicken biscuits at the one in North Carolina. They had pork tenderloin back in the day, fried pork tenderloin, and that was amazing. They don't have that anymore. They've streamlined their menu. And I got the chicken breast biscuit. The biscuit, again,
the star.
12 out of 10. The biscuit was the best part of this sandwich. The chicken pounded flat, more breading than chicken. The chicken, if I got any chicken, it was about that thin. Now, granted, that's about 10 inches. But there was no chicken
in that
chicken sandwich. It was all breading. I couldn't finish it. I ate the biscuit. So you can see the carb overload already happening right in this meal. again, and probably these are frozen, not like Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A does their own, and then they batter their own and fry their own. I'm pretty certain these are frozen. I could be wrong. Prove me wrong, Bojangles. Bring me to the back of the kitchen and show me how you're going to make improvements.
Fong has a great suggestion.
Fong, I think you're right. I told Shayla, I said, if we need biscuits for an event, I'm going there for the biscuits. They're a hell of a lot better than Kentucky Fried Chicken's biscuits.
This is totally a rant now, Ruth. The Cracker Barrel wasn't quite a rant. This is the rant.
Very disappointed in that. I even tried some of their special bow sauce. No thanks.
What the hell was that, by the way?
It was like
that
a
glorified Thousand Island?
I thought I'd try it. It sucked.
Ew, gross.
Okay. So then I went back to my beloved and well talked about.
Yes.
And bragged about.
Yes.
Bow rounds.
Mesa bow rounds.
Okay. And if you guys have never had one of these, please try it. Get a regular biscuit and the bow rounds. Don't get anything else. The bow rounds, fried potatoes, but they have onion and spices infused within those bow rounds.
I always thought nobody was going to talk me out of how much I enjoy a McDonald's hash brown, but the bow rounds are better.
They tasted exactly like I remember. It's so and thankfully that they didn't screw that up that I could tell. And I only got a small, which is not my deal. Normally I get large, but what have you.
Oh, you had a whole tray full.
I had a whole tray of carbs, right? Bow rounds was the best thing next to the actual raw biscuit on this tray. The tea was okay.
I thought the tea was good. He brought home the tea and let me have some, and I liked it.
But it ain't hard.
Well,
that ain't hard.
I've had crappy tea at places, let's just say.
So back to Jan's, I think it was Jan's question about how much this
tray of disappointment
was. Surprisingly, $11.
Okay.
So they know price sensitivity, okay? And I see where they're going with that, right? Because price will bring them in the door and might even get them to come back.
But it has to suck less.
Guys, it doesn't take much to make a good cream gravy. It won't cost you that much. Hire me. I will help train you.
They can't afford you
on how to do that.
They can't afford you.
And I'll have a whole manual of books that you can buy from me that you can give every employee. I'll give you a discount. Anyway. So easy to fix these things. The chicken might be harder to fix because they source that. They build that into their price structure to probably get down to that $11. I did not try the sausage biscuit. I didn't try the egg biscuit. I didn't try the steak biscuit. But this tray of disappointment was $11. That was probably the third saving grace to this tray. So, Bojangles, please do better.
Eve they had last time she went, they didn't have any sweet tea, and she's in Virginia.
How do they not have sweet tea?
How does that even happen in the South? Like, I'm sorry.
So I'm sorry. This customer who was loyal to the brand has lost favor with me. Cracker Barrel, not a rant on Cracker Barrel because I've not gone back yet, but I just see it in the news. I'm edging toward disappointment.
Well, I want to see what they do with it.
And
I'm with you.
And we'll see what happens.
I want to see what they do with it.
So,
but yeah.
End scene.
Okay, so rant over.
I need a Tums right now.
Do you?
I'm just a little.
I'm sorry. Well, you know what? The first thing I'm going to do is remove Bojangles from your stage because I think it's just going to upset you more.
There was so much expectation.
There was.
So much anticipation.
He kind of had waited for me, and I was like, I'm not going. Like, there's just nothing there.
I was even going to record a little something of me eating there. But when I saw that gravy, I said, no.
Nay.
I will not disappoint the people, but I will share my feelings with my friends. So there you go.
Now you know. You were waiting all day to hear about his Bojangles disappointment. I know.
Shannon says, is his rant over? Timer has rung, Shannon.
Yes.
The timer has rung.
Well, no, what she's saying, is it ever just over?
Oh, no. Oh, no. It simmers. It simmers.
Yes, he will like percolate on this for a while.
I'll drive by it on the way to Sam's. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, you're funny.
Didn't have to. So easy to fix.
So easy, but didn't happen. Didn't happen.
Just a little caring. Little caring.
Little Karen.
Not caring. Caring.
Agreed.
Right.
Do you have anything else you'd like to say this week, William?
My throat's about dry, so I'm done.
Okay.
That's right.
Wow.